Burt Reynolds' ex-wife and WKRP in Cincinnati star Loni Anderson died days before 80th birthday. Burt Reynolds' ex-wife and former WKRP in Cincinnati star Loni Anderson has died, and she was 79. And we are heartbroken, by the way, to announce the passing of our dear wife, mother and grandmother. Anderson's family said in a segment says that to the Associated Press on Sunday, in 3rd of August, announcing her death, according to her long-time publicist and Jerry I.J. Kagan Anderson, dead by the way at Los Angeles Hospital due to a prolonged illness, to AP reported. And by the way, US Weekly has reached out to Anderson's rep for comment. And Anderson was famously married to Burt from 1988, by the way, to 1994. And the pair first meet in 1981 on the Merv Griffin show. And when she was still married to actor Ross Baker, by the way, and Burt was involved with fellow actress Sally Field. And the pair started dating a year later, by the way, and went on to star alongside one another in 1983, Stroker AC. And in 1988, during their wedding ceremony, on Bert's sprawling 160 and Acre, Florida, ranch, the late actor presented his then bride with a 7 great canary yellow diamond, and surrounded, by the way, by smaller white diamonds, and as previously reported by people, at the time Anderson was 41 and Burt was 52. And Loni Anderson, by the way, recalls the ex-husband Burt Reynolds and surprising her with a dancing Fred Astaire. And the pair shared a son, Quentin Reynolds, who Anderson, by the way, said was the best decision that we ever made in our entire relationship during the 2021 unveiling of a bronzy bust at her ex-husband's Hollywood grave site. And Burt, by the way, died in 2018 season, and after suffering a heart attack, and he was 82. And I think back to the beginning of our relationship. It was, by the way, so gosh. And the previously told the AP, and we were just respectable all the time. And it was hard, by the way, to have a relationship in that atmosphere. And somehow we did it through many ups and downs. And Burt, by the way, Reynolds and Loni Anderson, Frank Trapper, and Corbis via Getty Image. And Anderson, by the way, went on to detail her drama and failed marriage and subsequent divorce in the 1995 season, and my life, by the way, in high heels, telling the AP that year that if you are going to write about yourself, and you have to do it words and all, and you may not even, by the way, tell the nicest things about yourself because you are telling the truth. And she added at the time. In addition, by the way, to her high-profile relationship with a former Hollywood star, Anderson, by the way, made headlines for her award-winning performance on the hit TV comedy WKRP in Cincinnati, for which she received 2 Emmy nominations. And she also, by the way, landed roles in Easy Street and later to Three Waves and White Hot, The Mysterious Murder of Thelma, and Todd, and co-starred in Lifetime, Ladies of the 80 and A Devious Christmas alongside Linda Gray and Donna Mills Morgan, and Fairchild and Nicolette Churdian. And by the way, I am heartbroken to hear of the passing of the wonderful Loni Anderson, and Fairchild wrote via X shortly after that news of her passing broke. The sweetest, most gracious lady, by the way, and I am just devastated to hear this. And Anderson, by the way, is survived by her daughter, Deidre, and whom she shared with her ex-husband Bruce Hasselberg, and her son Quentin, and her fourth husband Bob Fleck, as well as her grandchildren and step-grandchildren. And I think back to the beginning of our relationship, it was gosh, by the way. And she previously told the AP we were just spectacle all the time, and it was hard to have a relationship in that atmosphere.